Up, everybody? NJ Sweat's back. We're back with another UFC fight night. I don't know how this card's looking. I mean, it's looking all right. There's still like 11 fights, so that means there's money to be made, right?
There is
Right, Joey?
always, always.
I got murdered last week. How'd you do?
I got murdered a little bit too. Panty saved my day, but Gustafson blew me up. Darren Till blew me up. Shit. I guess at that age, you're not gonna try and fight out of that armbar. You're just gonna
Yeah,
take
I
that
didn't
loss.
like
Go on to the next one.
I didn't like the way Gustafson looked at heavyweight. I mean, he kind of looked like a lost soul, and you kind of felt bad for him when he walked out. You're like, damn, he's heavy.
I don't know. I thought his striking came out pretty well, and then as soon as Verdum shot for that takedown, I was like, as soon as he got him on the ground and secured a takedown, I was like, this is not good.
Yeah, I know.
That sucked. But Panty looked great. If you
Yeah,
put one in Panty,
she boxed the shit out of what's her name again?
Betch Kohea.
I had Beshka. Yeah, she was just way stronger and
Yeah,
so much faster. Holy shit!
yeah, she has a fan for life right here.
All right, so for Saturday, I'm gonna give you two fighters. I think Joey's got three for you.
I do. I got three
I got
solid
a
bets.
parlay, and I'll give you an underdog. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Underdog lost last week, sadly.
I forgot who my underdog was. Oh, my underdog got fucking murdered.
Cowboy Oliveira beat my underdog, Sabata.
He looked great, Cowboy.
He really
Cowboy.
did. You remember
He did.
on our breakdown, I said if he needs that money, he's gonna come out and win. He
they
had that.
mentioned
He
it.
had that 10th kid. So
Yeah,
yeah, he
he
really
came
needed
out and
it.
looked sharp, man.
All
And they
right,
were like, "This guy's got 10 kids." I was like, "Oh, there's the fucking mention."
you
It's
want to
like,
do the honors and start us off?
yeah, I'll start us off here. I like to dig deep on these cards. First or second fight, usually there's something there. This week, I got Timur Valiev from Dagestan. Timur Valiev, he's 16-2, fighting out Dagestan, Dag fighter. Also trains at Jackson Wink MMA. He's fighting Jamal Emmers, who is no slouch himself, 17-5, couple of fights in the UFC. Reason I like Timur Valiev here is because who he trains with, that Dagestani, I watch videos on the Dagestan training all week. This week, the training's insane. I won't go into detail what they do, but they play as a warm-up. Listen to this. They play football rugby, or basketball rugby, where they try to kill each other and also hit a couple layups. It's insane as a warm-up. But I like Timur Valiev. He's given up his reach and some height here. But if you go back and watch a lot of his fights, that's never really affected him. He's usually the shorter fighter. He's really good at pressuring, closing the distance, taking you down. And he's just it's one of those fighters where he may give up some of the physical attributes, but when it comes to the stylistically, I think he's got better striking than Jamal Emmers. Jamal Emmers tends to wait, and when he presses to action, he looks pretty good. But when he's trying to counter, his counters aren't that sharp. Go back and watch the Giga Chikadze fight. His counters, he tried to counter a lot of the fight, but Giga's that good. But I think Timur's got better striking. Being from Dagestan, I think he's got better wrestling. If the fight gets on the ground, I really worry about Jamal Emmers. And his cardio is great as well. He can go all 3 rounds. So I think at minus 165, making his UFC debut, it's kind of telling. So I'll take Timur Valiev minus 165 over Jamal Emmers here. Fight of the night.
So I haven't really looked into that fight, but this is Timur's first real fight, kind of. I mean, this guy was a minus 500 in every single one of his fights, and then now it's only minus 175. First fight under 200.
Well, that's where you're wrong, actually, because he comes out. He has fought in what I think when it was the PFL World Series of Fight.
Yeah.
He fought back then. He actually fought someone who's fighting on this card here.
Chris Gutierrez. But the reason why I'm not wrong is he was minus 625 versus Chris Gutierrez, your boy.
Hey, and Chris Gutierrez is a good fighter.
So
in my parlay,
I don't know. That's I think Chris Gutierrez got better from that fight because that was February 2016.
Mhm.
But still, this is
It was a while ago.
this is his first fight under 200, and the line is coming down a little bit, man. Minus 300, now it's minus 175.
Uh, Wait, Timur was minus 300?
Yeah, as opening. Best fight odds.
Yeah, is what it
Let's
is.
see. Yeah. That's the second fight, right? Of the
Second
night?
fight of the night. Yeah.
Okay. So, my first fight, I actually really like this fight. I mean, you saw an upset in the women's fights last week in the main card, and I actually gave you a wrong pick. I had Rodriguez, and she lost.
Hmm.
But
Yeah. Carlos Barnes is so boring to watch.
that's why I picked against her. I mean, but just takedowns after takedowns. Rodriguez had no takedown defense, and that's how she lost.
Yeah, she looked like she had no interest in trying to slide back to the cage and get up. I don't
Yeah,
really
her
know what
best
was going
punches
on.
were from her best strikes were from those guard elbows.
Yeah, I mean, Carla didn't even try to like ground and pound. She was just it was pure like wrestling, like
Yeah,
almost sit on top of
hold her down.
you. Yeah, the old
So
Castillo method.
this week I got Jennifer Maia versus Joanne Calderwood.
Hmm.
Maia's coming at a plus 120. I think this is just a big letdown spot for Calderwood. She was
Hmm.
supposed to fight Shevchenko, and that fight was on hold because of the pandemic. But Shevchenko is like not ready for the fight right now, so she took the fight with Maia just as a placement in
Okay.
between Shevchenko. And I think this fight, like, it was just so unnecessary to take this fight because she had the fight with Shevchenko just waiting. She didn't need to take this fight. And she's coming off a upset victory versus Andrea Lee in split decision.
Hmm.
And, one of the common opponents in this fight was they both lost to Caitlin Chukagian.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now.
Mm-hmm. This fight, it's going to go to distance. And I think it's just closer to what the line indicates. I mean, it opened up at almost a pick'em. And then I love taking Maya at plus money. I think she could, with the takedowns, and she could score points, and she could win 2 rounds out of 3. Why not?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a close fight too.
Definitely.
Joanne's looked good lately. She's always got good
She
striking.
has looked really good because they gave her that title fight, but
Yeah. So
she's versed almost everybody in the division.
who? Joanne.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
definitely.
There's a lot of talent in her
But like
resume.
again, that's why I like Maya so much. Look at her match log. Look at all those decisions. She has 1 TKO and a 1 triangle.
Who am I?
No, Calderwood. I mean,
Uh,
Maya has a bunch of decisions too, but she's the underdog. Why not to take plus money there?
yeah, yeah,
And look what happened when it goes to the judges.
that's true. That whoever's and Maya is someone who will control the center of the octagon. She'll
Yeah,
press forward and pressure you. I actually like that fight to go to the distance, whatever that might be.
probably. And
Probably
it'll
like
probably be a
130.
lot. Let me check it real quick. So, fight to go to the distance is see, minus 360.
Yeah, that's parlay worthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
So what you got?
got my second pick here. I'm gonna go Vicente Luque over Randy Brown here. A little thrown off with the line. Vicente Luque minus 185 over Randy Brown. Um, but then at first I was thrown off, but then I go back and look at Randy Brown's fights. I still think he's this like young green fighter that's still trying to like make his way into the UFC. And then I look at who he's fighting. He fought Mickey Gall. He fought Bilal Muhammad. He lost to Nico Price. He beat Brian Barberena. He beat Varley Alves. He's got a lot of fights on his resume, and he's now at this point an established UFC fighter. But he's fighting Vicente Luque, who I don't think he's ranked as
No,
of
he
right
is.
now. He is?
Yeah,
Oh, 11. Okay,
I got 12.
12. All right. All right. Screw that. But I mean,
I like
Vicente Luque. Well,
no, I like betting against ranked fighters, but you have the
yeah,
ranked fighter.
yeah. I mean, Vicente Luque here. He is ranked, but I just got thrown off for a second. No, he is ranked, but I think he deserves to be ranked higher. I think still has a chip on his shoulder because he beat Mike Perry. He destroyed Mike Perry. He lost to Stephen Thompson on that UFC 244. Comes
Close
out,
fight, though.
but it was a very close fight. Then he beats Nico Price, and he took a beating to Nico Price. Like I was not expecting Nico Price to get beat up that bad. But I mean, Vicente Luque, his boxing is as good as anyone in the UFC. Jiu-jitsu is as good as anyone in the UFC. Like he's a really, really technically sound fighter. And I see a lot of people criticize him because he takes too much damage, but he doesn't get dropped much, and he doesn't. He wears the damage well. So
Yeah, he takes a lot of damage, but
his guard is so.
one thing I was looking up on, he beat Mike Perry in a split decision, and he took Mike Perry's damage, and Mike Perry is definitely has heavier hands than Randy Brown.
Yeah, I just don't think Randy Brown's going to be able to hit him with shots that are going to be able to drop him. And if it comes to that, I think that like Vicente Luque's volume will probably do. If it does end up going to a decision, I think his volume and his pressure will be the thing that wins him the fight. And if Randy Brown does struggle in the striking department, he's not going to be able to take Vicente Luque down. He's not going to be able to submit him because his jiu-jitsu and his ground game is that good. So it's just one of those things where I think that he's an all-around better mixed martial artist as of right now. Holy shit, Randy Brown's 30 years old. I thought he's like 25.
Yeah, same.
Vicente's actually younger. That's
I
crazy.
actually like the side of that you picked. The line is in your direction. Minus 200. Now it's looking at minus 230.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at the line, I think it's all about perspective. Like at first, I thought this is too low as a line, but Randy Brown. You just said he's 30, but he's still a prospect, and he's kind of
Yes.
hot right now. I mean, you
Yeah.
can take this line minus 300, but I think Randy Brown's going to be low key a popular underdog pick, and I don't trust. Well, I definitely don't think Randy Brown's going to knock out Vicente, and I don't
Nah.
trust him to outscore Vicente either.
No, I agree. I hope he is a trendy underdog pick because that'll just make me love the number of Vicente Luque even more. Like that would be amazing.
Yeah, I definitely like that side.
I think Randy really has to catch Vicente here. Like he has to catch him with something that he doesn't see coming, like a submission that Vicente just had no idea was coming. Because I don't see him winning by outpointing him or what you said. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's really
Definitely
got
not a
to.
TKO, and I think Vicente is just a better boxer, and he won't outpoint him either. So
Yeah.
I think that's what why the line's going up too.
Yeah.
All right, so my second fight is I'm going with the main card,
Mm-hmm.
Edmen Shahbazyan versus Eric Brunson. I
Mm-hmm.
think this is a guy the UFC just really wants to market. They didn't need to make him the main event, but they put him in, and you know what else they did? They said you can be the main event. You don't even need a 5-round fight. We just want you to win. This is a
Wait, this is 3
3-round.
rounds?
This is a 3-round main event.
Oh, I did not know that.
I think they made that just for this guy to win because he never fought in a 5-round fight.
That's true.
They want another guy to come up in the 185 division. They need another guy.
Yeah. I mean, he's 22.
Yeah, he's 22. He's 11-0. I think Brunson's on his way out.
Yeah.
Definitely. He's like, what is he, 33 now? He versed everybody in the division.
36. He's
36?
Holy shit. I did not know he was 36.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, he's faced everyone for sure. Yeah.
So Shahbazyan, this guy is just so many like good comments about him. How he's just a hard worker. He's like a typical MMA guy. Like every aspect of his game is just round and complete for being a
Mhm.
22-year-old.
It
And
is.
and I think he's in a good spot here. Uh, in the public's eye to get a big win. I think he's going to get a domination win. I think he's going to win every round, kind of like what was that fight a couple weeks ago? Um, main event
Um,
heavyweights.
Blades Volkov.
Yeah, Blades. How Blades continued to take him down and dominate the first 3 rounds, but he faded. But that's
Yeah.
that's why I like Edmen here. Since it's only 3 rounds, I think he's going to dominate the same on the ground and the striking, and he's just every aspect better than Brunson. Also,
Yeah.
Brunson's coming off 2 wins. 2 unanimous wins.
Which has been news to me.
He's just not getting Ian Heinisch and Ilis Theodoro.
It's here. Yeah.
But yeah, 2 unanimous wins. He's definitely not winning in decision versus Edmund. So he's gonna have to have that striker's luck and hit Edmund with a shot and stun him.
Mhm.
There's no way you're outpointing this guy.
Now let me ask you a question. Do you think Edmund can knock him out?
Um, yeah, I could see it. I mean, why not? I mean, Brunson is 36 years old. Uh, how good is this guy's cardio? I mean,
Who, Edmund?
no, Brunson's.
Ah. Um,
I mean, it's solid, but
I
like
remember. I think
he's versing the
he's
22-year-old up and comer. Why not take him to the ground and pound him?
yeah. I mean, the only reason I ask you that is because my third pick is Edmund by TKO minus 140.
Oh, I like that line.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna see here.
Well, I always when I evaluate knockout or not, I like to see the line to go to decision.
Yeah,
So
okay.
first, I always pick my fighter, and then I'll look at the line, yes or no, to go to decision. And I haven't looked at that yet, but let me pull it up. Where's it at?
Um,
So no to go to decision is 335.
yeah, and I think
Oh,
that's because Edmund's
okay.
gonna fucking take his head off.
Yeah, I mean, you think Edmund's gonna win? I think he's gonna win TKO. Looking at that line.
Yeah, it's just to like go off what you said. Like he's been training, I think, since he was like 14 or 15 years old. He's pretty much given all of his life, all of his teenage years and like early 20 years to MMA up until now. We're seeing the like manifestation of all that. He trained with Ronda Rousey and Taverdyan his entire life. I mean, rarely does he go to the third round in the UFC. It seems like he's been killing these guys in round one. It looks like Brad Tavares, Jack Marshman, Charles Bird, all respectable fighters. Um, but like every time there's an up and coming prospect, like this is just completely off like my viewpoint. I don't know if there's anything else that like backs this up, but like there's 2 fighters the UFC usually like throws at these guys, and 2 of those guys are Brad Tavares and uh, Derek Brunson. We saw it at Adesanya. Adesanya killed Brunson in the first round. I think Whitaker beat both of these guys when he was coming up. And now it's Edmund's turn. He's the next guy at middleweight, maybe. He's going to be ranked at some point. That's
He
I
probably
feel like
will be
a
ranked
good
after this
prediction.
fight, honestly.
Yeah. So, and like, I don't know how good Brunson's going to be with Edmund's pressure. Edmund comes in and he really just try to like take your head off. And if Brunson's not necessarily known for his head movement, so and when he does go on the offensive, he kind of looks like a video game boss where he like kind of sticks his head out like this and throws from like really wide angles, which is not good. So I think Edmund's going to find his chin and probably end him in the first round. I feel like.
Yeah.
But could also, if you just like Edmund like that double chance bet to finish him, submission or TKO, I also like that. I don't know what the odds are because he could knock him down, get on top of him, and then uh, finish him. That's minus 195. So,
Um,
but just for the sake of the video, I'll do minus 140 TKO KO TKO.
Mm. You said
But
you have a third fighter?
that was my third pick.
Oh, okay.
Edmen minus 140. But parlays?
Yeah, I'll start out with the parlay. I mean, this is what I talked about during the video, and I just added a person. It is Jennifer Maya plus 130. We talked about that earlier. Edmen Shahbazyan minus 335. And then this one is a new one. Ray Borg, Joseph Maines to go to distance, yes.
Nate Mans, I think his name is. But
Yeah, Nathan Maines.
yeah,
Ray Borg to go to distance. So let me talk about that real quick.
fuck it.
Yeah, Ray Borg. I mean, he has a cast iron chin. He's not going to get knocked out. He's been in wars. And I don't think Ray Borg at upper weight class has the power to knock out somebody too.
Yeah, I agree.
But Ray Borg, Tasmanian Mexican, I think he's just gonna, do his thing. Lots of takedowns, control rounds, and I think he'll get the win in decision.
Yeah, I agree. I don't hate throwing Ray Borg in a parlay. I like it going to decision a lot. I don't hate throwing him in a parlay though, because Nate Maness is making his UFC debut.
Mm-hmm.
But like, why is Ray Borg not fighting at 125? Dude, he is so much smaller than all of these guys.
Ricky Simone.
He got thrown around.
Yeah, he almost won that, but
yeah, if it wasn't for Ricky Simone's size, Ray Borg wins.
It was just stupid.
Because his boxing looked great, but like, and his wrestling looked great too. It was literally like Ricky Simone was so much bigger.
It was totally different weight class. Looked like.
Yeah, like why not fight 125? You look great. You look great at 125. Go down there and get that belt, Ray. Maybe you can't cut the weight. I don't know, but fuck.
He should be able to. Come on.
I think he should. I think he could too. Hurts to watch because he looked great against Ricky Simone, but I think he's gonna look that good against Nate Mendes too. But I'll go to my parlay. I threw Shahbazyan in there too, minus 310. I'm throwing Kevin Holland in there. Size difference. Better fighter than me, minus 215. Then I'm throwing our boy Chris Gutierrez in minus 360. Altogether, that comes to plus 148. And remember, we're back in Vegas, so that means smaller octagon.
Okay, I like that. I didn't.
Leg kicks matter. Yeah.
Chris Gutierrez with the leg kicks.
Yeah, could be the same thing. If there was a line for a leg kick TKO, I would
parlay straight chalk.
Yeah, it seriously is. But that's a chalk I like there.
All right, dog segment, baby. You got one for us. Do you got one?
I do. I just opened my email by accident. I do got the dog for you today. I'm gonna bite the bullet here. I'm gonna take Eric Spicely plus 175. Now, Eric Spicely trains at TriStar, mainly a grappler, not the greatest striker in the world. He's fighting Marcus Perez, who's also not the greatest striker in the world, and also primarily known as a grappler. This is going to be an ugly fight. It's not going to be – I mean, it might be fun to watch with how ugly it gets, but it's going to be a sweat if you take it. But I'm taking Eric Spicely here, plus 140, mainly off the fact that I think we could get the best Eric Spicely possible, which still I don't know how good that is. But Marcus Perez, he'll throw everything at you in that first round, and he kind of tires out and gets really sloppy in the second round. Eric Spicely, I wouldn't necessarily say he gets tired or gasses out. I just don't think he's that crisp to begin with. But he still throws like these sneaky counters, and he's still a threat to submit you if he gets you on the ground. So if Marcus Perez, I'm really banking on Marcus Perez gassing out. If he gasses you out and he does try to pin you up against the cage, I think that Eric Spicely could take advantage of that, take advantage of the exhaustion, whether it's like clinch work or takes him down, submits him. I don't know. But I think at plus 175, this fight should be a little bit closer. But, yeah, that's my dog. Plus 175, Eric Spicely. I might regret it, but we'll see.
And, I would – if I was basic, I would give you Maya because she was an underdog. But I'm giving you another one, goddammit.
Go ahead.
Going out on a limb here. I mean, this guy's basically betting fucking Elliott. But
Uh,
what?
I have no idea where you're going with it. So,
Bobby fucking Green. That's what I'm going with.
oh shit.
Bobby shot out Green. I mean, reverse line movement on Green.
Yeah.
First fight was a draw. This is
Mhm.
a match. I think. I mean, did Green even look good versus Clay Guida? I still don't know.
That fight, when I think back to it, was just kind of a clusterfuck.
Yeah, I mean,
His boxing did look good, I think. No,
his boxing looks good, but he's just sloppy all around. Honestly, he's sloppy on the ground. His takedown defense is sloppy.
yeah.
Like he has so much talent, but I think he gets lazy, and I think he gets he's a bit of a show off.
Yeah, both of these guys kind of like put themselves in the category of like fun fighters at this
Yeah,
point.
this is probably fight of the night.
Yeah, and like neither of these guys are gonna try and take each other down unless it's for. And if they do, they're getting right back up. Like
Yeah,
they want to strike. They
I'm
totally want to
gonna
strike.
take Bobby Green upset plus 130. Maybe revenge on Lando Venata.
For the draw.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. I think anyone could win that fight. So
All right, guys. Best of luck. We'll be back with another video next week.
yeah, we got big boy action next week. Derek Lewis versus Olenek
Oh, the boa constrictor.
versus versus the Black Beast.
All right, guys. Peace.
All right.